So hello everyone, today we will be solving the question keys and rooms. This question says that there are n rooms labeled from 0 to n minus 1 and all rooms are locked except from room 0. Your goal is to visit all the rooms, however, you cannot enter a locked room without having its key. When you visit a room, you may find a set of distinct keys in it. Each key has a number on it denoting which room it unlocks, and you can take all of them with you to unlock other rooms. Given an array rooms, where rooms of I is the set of keys you can obtain if you visited room I, return true if you can visit all the rooms and false otherwise. So basically this question is trying to say every index of the 2D array has a set of keys which will unlock the index. For example, here we have keys as 1 and 3, which means we can unlock the door at index 1 and at index 3. So each index contains set of keys which will unlock the corresponding index. So normally at the first glance you may not feel that it's a question of graph, but when you observe that okay, we in our node we have another node which it can unlock. Basically in graph terms we can say that they are connected to each other, they have edge between them, so that means that for an index 0, 1 and 3 are its neighbor. So that's how we know that it's a question of graph. So there are two approaches for it, the DFS approach and the BFS approach. In this video I'm going to be explaining the DFS approach. So yeah, let's now write the code for it. I will make a separate DFS function, but let's write it n is equals to rooms dot size. Okay, and for DFS we need another boolean vector which says whether a node has been reached or not. So I'll make a vector boolean, I'll call it visit n plus 1, and initially I will keep everything as false. Now I will call my DFS function. So first let's make the function. Okay, void DFS. What are the parameters? First of all, of course, the node and our boolean vector, of course, and at the end we are just gonna and also the parameter, the 2D vector. So what's the first step of DFS? If a node is reached, then mark it true. So basically v of node is equals to true, and let's write our for loop which will iterate to every neighbor. For int x is equals to int x iterating through each index of 2D vector, or you can say node for iterating through each node. Now what I'm gonna do is, if that node is not visited, then I'm just gonna call my recursive function again. Yeah, okay, I think the brackets may be wrong. Yeah, the brackets are wrong. One more bracket is needed. Yeah, so yeah, that's it is my DFS function, and here what I'm gonna do is iterate through my boolean function. Why I'm gonna do that? So uh, dfs what dfs actually does is visit all the nodes of a graph, and so that does mean that if all the nodes of the graph have been reached, then all the uh, boolean of the boolean vector visited should all be true. If suppose one of them is false, which means that that node has not been visited, which means that that room cannot be entered. So yeah, that's the whole logic. For int I is equals to 0 less than n I plus plus, if we have not, if the visited of I is false, then I'm just gonna return false. That that means that their room cannot be accessed, or else I'm just gonna return true. Let's try to run it if it works. Oh, yeah, why am I writing v here? It should be visited. Any other problems? Okay, we are getting wrong in case 1. I trying to think why is that. A loop is good. Okay, this is good. Actually, I was able to find out the mistake that I am never actually calling my dfx function. It's a very important big mistake without this. Okay, so I'm just gonna pass 0 as my first node because that's the first index of our rooms vector, and I'm just gonna pass visited and rooms. I believe this should work now. I'm not sure. I hope it works. Okay, is it because of I have passed the value? Let's see. Yeah, it works. So the reason is that I was directly trying to I was making a copy of our visited, so it was never being used here. So I just passed it by reference so that I can make changes to this vector directly. Earlier I was making a copy of it. So yeah, this and that will have no relation to each other, and eventually it will give wrong answer. So yeah, let's try to submit it. I hope this works. Yeah, it worked. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you.